43 seconds, the realm's most powerful fighters will gather for the tournament of the century.
Duelisione can't hurt me. Duelisione can't hurt me.
Welcome to KO Coliseum! I'm Sloan, your set lead and announcer for the next 4 months of non-stop action. Tacticians from every corner of the Convergence are gathered here to compete for fame, fortune, and fun in the ultimate fighting tournament. Each of you is tasked with building your dream team and showing off your dominance in KO Coliseum. Do you have what it takes to take top 4? The arenas are packed, the fights are about to begin, and we've got champs champing at the bit to show you what they've got. So let's get started! Our first fight of the day is Battle Academia versus Mighty Mech. These kids may look young, but their studies have unlocked their true potential, granting their abilities bonus effects that upgrade with every breakpoint. Just look at Ezreal ramping up his offensive power as Caitlyn tears apart the backline with her signature bouncing bullet. But wait, what's this? Standing against them is the Mighty Mech. Weighing in at over 40 tons, this massive mountain of metal heals for a portion of all damage its team deals. And when it draws its mighty mecha blade, it shows us firsthand that you can be both an immovable object and an unstoppable force. With this robo on the rampage, the teens might be toast. Unless it can't be. They've unlocked their ultimate mastery, upgrading their abilities to a whole new level. Over in Arena 2, it looks like Gwen and the rest of the Soul Fighter squad took one look at the Star Guardians and said, "Not today, magical girls." With every tick of the clock, Soul Fighters get one step closer to reaching max power, giving them bonus true damage on every spell and attack. No armor can withstand that. But if anything can, it's the power of friendship. Each Star Guardian brings her own unique teamwork bonus, which grows for every Star Guardian on the field. And this fight's got a lot of them. Will Gwen's nasty needles and explosive threads be enough to secure a Soul Fighter victory? Ooh, looks like Seraphine's ultimate friendship bomb just put Gwen out of the picture. And no wonder. That thing scales with every stat on her team. Here, we've got two opponents who couldn't be more different. Crystal Gambit brings the sparkle, while Luchadors bring the suplex. Leaping into the air at low health, then body slamming back with beefy vengeance. And the champ is in the building. The more combats Braum wins, the bigger his Poro fan club gets. Their unwavering support will soften the sting of defeat, reducing the player damage you take, but costing you a few fans. No Poros were harmed in the making of Braum, but we can't say the same for his enemies. Just look at Swain, finally getting a chance to fly. Crystal Gambit doesn't stand a chance. But it's all part of their plan. Diamonds are made under pressure, and these underdogs are playing the long game. Every loss they take and every unit they kill crystallizes their power. And once they've won combat, they'll get a chance to cash out and show just how bright they can really shine. If they hold on just a little longer, we may have some new champions in the house tonight. Speaking of cash outs, that's all this broadcast can afford from me. Let's send it up to the analyst desk.
Wait, he's getting paid for this? Hey everyone, I'm Dan, the set producer on KO Coliseum, here with my fellow analyst and producer Jasmine.
Thanks, Dan. Let's take a look at the lineup of fighters prepping to enter the arena. First up, they may be new to the set, but they're far from new to life. Mentor. These geezers walk to school in over 9,000 feet of snow, and they won't impart their hard-earned wisdom on just anyone. Field 1, just one, and they'll mentor the entire team. Field all 4, and they'll unleash their true mastery, showing these youngins just how it's done.
Phew, talk about age to perfection. Now let's take a look at some hopefuls that aren't quite as seasoned. Lulu, the tourney's resident monster trainer, brought 3 potential pals to assist in combat. She's got a tough choice to make though. Will she lock in and train up the tanky Rammus, the magic caster Kog'Maw, or attack caster Smolder?
So cute! Don't you wish you could just pick one up and put it in your pocket? Wait, is that the stance master himself? Lee Sin has entered the Coliseum. No one expected to see him here.
And it looks like the legend decided to make an appearance and show off his 3, count them 3 signature stances: Juggernaut, Executioner, or Duelist. But let's be honest, regardless of the stance Lee goes with, I'll take option 4, run.
Let's get ready to reroll. We've got a late entry for you today. The new kids on the block, the crew. This crew does not run deep. You only need 2, and we've never seen anything like them. Instead of additional breakpoints, the trait bonus gets stronger with every 3-star crewmate you field.
That's right, Jasmine. Early on, this trait helps you find crew members regardless of the level, but get enough 3 stars and they'll call in their starship to rain down destruction on the unsuspecting opposition. Seems like an oversight in the rules to me. Now let's check in on the ground for an insider's report on power-ups with Milo and Alex.
Thanks, Dan. The competition in KO Coliseum is keeping us all on our toes, and we can thank power-ups for that. With this set mechanic, you can give any unit a powerful unique trait to help them reach their full potential. Every unit will have their own tailored pool of them, kind of like champion augments, but with the ability to deactivate. I've got my fellow game designer here, Coach, Alex, here to explain exactly how you can power up your fighters.
At the start of every game, you'll receive a power-up item. Give it to whoever you believe in, and boom, they unlock an armory of special options tailored just for them. Think of it like a custom training plan.
And if they don't live up to their full potential?
Great question. Throughout the game, you'll get the ability to remove the power-up so you can use it on another champion. Or just lock in and commit. It's up to you. Later in the game, you'll get another power-up item so you can unlock the true potential of 2 units at once.
We've already seen some pretty powerful stuff in the Coliseum. Take Robo Ranger. It lets one of your Mighty Mechs inherit a portion of the Mighty Mech's health, attack damage, and ability power. Then there's Shadow Clone. Create a clone of the champion that deals a portion of the original's damage and gets all of its items. Try tossing some artifacts like Suspicious Trenchcoat or Talisman of Ascension and see what shadowy chaos you can create.
That's right. We've also got some wild cards. Hungry Hero brings Briar's unique trait from Magic and Mayhem back as a power-up. Give up your health for power and suffer your way to a win. There are also options that build upon each other, like a power-up that summons a roaming storm, dealing a portion of the damage your unit has done. And if both your units get this power-up, summon an even larger storm that benefits from both champions' damage.
There's also Not Done Yet. After a set amount of deaths, just when the champion is feeling down and out, they will get a massive power spike. We've also seen power-ups used on the battlefield to form connections. Xayah and Rakan, for example, share no traits, but they have received a unique power-up that restores order in the world by restoring their partnership.
As it should be.
Always a pleasure, Alex. Over to you, Giovanni.
Looks like we've got an update on the standings. It's been a stiff competition so far, but we've got our top 4 right here for you. Who cares about LP? I just want to get my Dokkat in that new top 4 ceremony. KO Coliseum also brings another big evergreen update called Roles Revamped. The concept is simple. Units don't fit into a one-size-fits-all box. They should do what you expect them to do based on their role in the game. This system shouldn't change the core of how you play, but it will solve weird edge cases, like backline carries benefiting from being hit by small amounts of splash damage to get their cast off faster. Or problematic units like Fiora from Magic and Mayhem, who could literally cast infinitely given enough Omnivamp. You've already seen roles at work in our recommended item systems, but we're taking this a step further. Each champion will have one of 6 roles: tank, fighter, assassin, marksman, caster, and in special cases, specialist. Each role will gain mana and take aggro differently. I'll save the specifics for an article, but here are some of the basics. Tanks are now the only role that gain mana by taking damage, and they're more likely to become targeted by enemies. fighters, assassin, and marksmen will generate mana primarily through attacking, with a small mechanical bonus to help them succeed in their roles. Casters now gain mana over time, making them less reliant on attack speed. They'll still gain mana on attack, just not as much. Tear of the Goddess will now provide mana regen instead of flat mana, so casters will now want to build items that use tears instead of bows. Specialists will generate resources in their own unique way. Think of units like Into the Arcane's Victor, who used Chaos Energy instead of mana, or KO Coliseum's Kale, who doesn't have mana. The biggest win from this new system is how many new doors this opens for us in the design space. It allows us to design more melee carries and create champions with weird, exciting rules. In KO Coliseum, you'll see just that with 5-cost Varus, a caster who gains mana from champions as they die. When he gets enough to cast, he fires arrows every second, each costing a small amount of mana until he runs out or the fight ends. With more mana regen and more enemies dying by his volley, he can cast for longer and longer.
Clearly, now is the time for fierce competition. And starting with KO Coliseum, you'll see the top players of your region competing regularly in our new TFT Pro Circuit. The TPC rewards top TFT players for being consistent and helps them push their skills to the next level, while giving fans unmissable, high-stakes games. And through regional competitions, you'll have the opportunity to qualify and stay in the TPC set after set, not just making competition more consistent for pros, but also more fun to watch as rivalries and stories emerge. We're also deep in the planning phase of the Paris Open. To us, Paris has always been an obvious place to take the Open. France is home to some of the EU's best TFT players and organizations, as well as Renekton.
I'm French.
So we're so excited to host it at the Porte de Versailles. This is also a great time to tell you that the Open is getting bigger. We're expanding to 768 players this year, 50% more players than the first two Opens. For the past 2 years, we've sold out competitor passes in a matter of minutes. We don't expect this change to solve that, but it will get us closer to our goal of Opens feeling like a massive LAN where anyone can throw their hat in the ring. And for all you tacticians who don't advance past day 1, we're adding a day 2 event for 4v4 with a $10,000 prize pool open to all competitors. So make sure you grab your friends and sign up. This will also mean some updates in the tournament structure. So please stay tuned to Compete TFT channels for all the latest information.
Okay, thank you guys. Same time next week. Hey Tacticians! I'm back to share some of our coming cosmetics for KO Coliseum, including the Spirit Blossom Arena you just saw. Let's cross over to the Spirit Realm to see what else is in bloom. Prestige Chibi Spirit Blossom Ari understands life and death better than anyone else. Even her emotes will have a briefly flip between Kame and Akana. Also prancing in on release is Chibi Spirit Blossom Lilia. She is so kawaii. Just be sure not to startle her. And you can complete your Pedo Perfect aesthetic with an all-new Portal, hopping from fight to fight in a restorative onsen. Finally, we've got a new Unbound, who's looking to keep your opponent bound in his lantern. High Noon Fresh Unbound and his finisher arrive with our release patch. Alright, that's it for now. Whether you're building your mech, channeling the power of friendship, or firing infinite Varus arrows, we'll see you at the KO Coliseum on July 30th.
So, they've conquered the Coliseum, but are they ready for the journey ahead?
We'll see. No one's ever conquered the mountain. Hey! You're not supposed to be in here!